Hello? Hello, can you hear me, Ekow? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Mate.
hear you great.
Right, I'll start the interview now. So, what are you ready now?
Yeah.
What has your hardest fight been so far in your career?
My hardest fight in my career would have been when I defended the English title against Tyrone Nurse, because he was a former British champion. And I'd only just won the English championship belt. So he was someone who'd been there and done it all on the British level. And so it was a big risk for me. But we chose to do that as my voluntary. And the first round, as soon as he got in there, I could feel the experience, like little things he was doing. I was thinking, why is he doing that? And then he'd whip a cheeky jab in or hit me with a really slick combination, and I'd find out exactly why he was doing those things. It was because he was just really experienced. And yeah, I got through that fight and I beat him, and I proved to myself I was already at that level. So yeah, but I still think that would have been one of my more challenging fights.
Yeah, good fight. What's your favorite strike in a fight?
My favorite strategy.
No, strike.
My favorite strike. Favorite strike or attack would be the left hook. The left hook in general, whether to the body or to the head.
What do you like so much about the left hook?
What do I like about it? It's such a strong punch, and if you use it right, it can really change the momentum of a fight. You can use it to try and put someone down, or you can use it just to keep someone in a certain position or on the ropes, or you can move them onto a punch as well. So it's quite useful.
Yeah, good hit when it lands.
Yeah.
Of course, you beat Danny Ball, wasn't it, 1 week ago?
Yeah, it was last Saturday. So more less than a week, but more or less a week. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was in the impressive ending as well, there, mate.
Thank you.
How did you see that fight going? Of course, Danny Ball was unbeaten at the time. Were you confident going into that fight?
I was confident going into that fight because I'd looked at his record, and he had one really credible win in his win over Sam Gilly.
Yeah.
But and he beat Mason Cartwright as well. That was a bit of an upset. And he also stopped he stopped a journeyman, Kevin. I can't remember his name, but it was Kevin.
Kevin McCauley or something.
Yeah, Kevin McCauley. I actually had a fight with him as well. And he stopped him, and that's what made me think, okay, so the way he stopped Kevin McCauley seemed to give away shots. So I thought, well, I can't give away shots to Danny Ball and just stand and trade and not care about his power, because he stopped Mason Cartwright as well. And that was because he was stood and trading with him. And he beat Sam Gilly on points, but I reckon Sam Gilly had decent power. So that told me maybe Danny Ball, when he's met with someone with power, he doesn't get into his stride as well. So I knew in myself the level of people that he had beaten and the people that might have given him trouble, or that he couldn't just steamrail through. It was an indicator. I knew I was going to be fine, and I knew he wasn't at my level.
Yeah. Of course, you beat Chris Jenkins, of course, earlier on in the year against. I think it was in the Joe Joyce undercard, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
Chris Jenkins, that was impressive as well, mate. You're making top fighters look easy work, mate.
Yeah, Jenkins. Well, I could tell the experience with Jenkins as well, but I thought to myself, he's still not of the experience of some of the boxers I've been in the ring with, especially for my amateurs. So I just thought, just do what I know, do what I do best, and I just break people down, take away their best strikes or punches or attacks, and then make it work against them.
Yeah. How did you get into the sport of boxing?
I was really into loads of different sports, and it was because I grew up and I was quite chubby and I wanted to lose the weight, so I got into loads of sports to help me lose the weight. And I wanted to get into a specific basketball team because I was playing basketball at the time, just before I got into boxing. And I didn't get onto the team I wanted to get onto, and they told me I wasn't fit enough, and I needed to work on some of my skills. So I thought I'll go away and I'll find something to help me get fit, and that was supposed to be boxing. But yeah, I got fit and I never went back.
Yeah. Who's your favorite fighter currently?
My favorite fighter currently.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a hard one. I've never really had a favorite as such, but there's boxers that I look at and I look at how they set up some of their punches and some of their skills, and I think if I had to pick someone right now, it would be None Inu.
Yeah, very good fighter.
Yeah.
Um, did you watch Fury Wilder fight when you after your fight? Did you watch Fury Wilder?
I didn't watch it on the night, but I ended up I caught it back on replay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
that was
It was a good
that was a
fight.
good fight. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you watch it?
yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was a wicked fight. It was back and forth for a while. Definitely an entertaining fight,
But I think
and the
Wilder
finish.
started off well.
Yeah, he did. He did. He started off well. But the thing about Fury is you can put him down and he gets back up, so it kind of disheartens you. And I
Yeah.
bet that's what happened to Wilder.
Do you think there's any other heavyweight that can beat Fury? Do you think Joshua will beat him?
Um, that's a hard one. I'm not too sure right now on Fury's form. I don't think there's a lot of heavyweights out there that will give him immense amount of trouble. But I think at heavyweight, you also have to think about puncher's chance. The heavyweight, so one punch can change the match. So everyone really has a chance. So yeah, Josh would definitely have a chance. He's a good puncher when he wants to be.
Yeah, he is very good. Do you have any advice for people to get into boxing?
Advice for people getting into boxing. Um, you have to remember, whilst you're in boxing in the amateurs, it's more of a sport. But when you get into boxing as a professional, it's a business. And the best advice I can give anyone getting into boxing in general, amateur and professional, is it's a sport that takes a lot of time, effort, and you have to sacrifice a lot, but it pays off in the long run. So you always have to remember, just because you've been in boxing for a short time, like a year, it might take a bit longer to perfect a few things, and once you've perfected them, it all pays off.
Thank you for your advice. My last question is, who do you want to fight next?
Who do I want to fight next? Well, there's a lot of welterweights out there. You know what? I've been thinking Conor Ben's going for like the world level, and he wants world titles, but he's not really proven himself in Britain. So I'd say Conor Ben needs to come back to Britain, and I need to defend my belt against him so he can prove himself.
Yeah,
Yeah, he needs to man up.
Man up, yeah. Love to see that fight. Thank you for your time, mate. Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
congrats,
You're welcome.
congrats on your win the other week.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, mate. Bye.